happening? What's happening? We trapping, we trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I hope everybody's having a good day, a good morning. We got a special guest in the building, my brother HTM Sports. You already know Mr. Hen for the win, man. How you doing today, sir?
Man, living righteous, my boy. What you got going?
Man, you already know, man. We just trapping on a Saturday. And we got some NFL games today, y'all already know. So we ain't gonna be too long. We gonna let y'all watch y'all football, get y'all football fix, understand? But first and foremost, we gotta make sure them haters doing the most. What they was put on God's green earth to do, and you already knew, that's hate, man. Let's get this trap jumping around the corner, man. We drunk trapping on a Saturday. Let's get it. Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Ain't no looking back, came a long way. Hey.
Yes,
I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey. That what make them hate, that what make them hate.
Let's go.
And we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey. That what make them hate, that what make them hate. Hey. Cause we just getting K and they just in the way. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's get it.
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball boy. Real high, used to rock knockout, but it's real now.
Real fly.
I probably average your career.
Let's go.
One day hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we holler good deal. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother, that made me go harder. That turned me to a monster. I'm focused on the come up. I'ma run up them comma for the summer, run up them numbers. I know that they hate the way the ball man rockin' all this ball man. Streets made on the chain. I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Ain't no looking back, we came a long way. I know that they mad, but just
we
let
just
them hate.
That
what make them hate. That what make them hate.
And
we just get K and they just in the way.
How you pronounce it?
That what make them hate.
Sad.
That what make them hate. Cause we just get K and they just in the way.
Spending those days.
You might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching us through a phone, but I promise you, we drunk trapping on a Saturday. Trap. What's happening, man? We got HTM Sports in the building, man. How you feeling today, sir?
Man, I'm feeling brilliant right now, my boy. I'm just enjoying my Saturday. Finna watch some good old football contests. And, I had to come over and spend some time with my brother, man. I ain't been in the trap in a long time, man.
You ain't been trapping in a minute, man. I know you been still over there living righteous, but I got to bring my brother so we can be a little nefarious now. On that Saturday, we got to get a little nefarious, man. But I know it's a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a nice little show prepared for y'all. But, first, we just going to talk about how you feeling about this Bills game and, what you looking forward to. We got some breaking news. Darius Slay is not going to be playing against the Seahawks for the Eagles. So that's huge news. That's on them. That's their business. But, their business directly affects us. So it's still our business too. So how you feeling about this situation?
Well, man, it just was reported. Like I literally was sitting here talking to you on the show in the background, and it came across on my Twitter feed that Darius Slay, according to Adam Schefter, underwent arthroscopic knee surgery this week and will be out Monday night versus the Seahawks. But he is expected back by the end of the regular season, per sources. So a secondary that's already getting toe loose, right? Because listen, Darius Slay played a good game against us, and they still got 33 points scored on their ass.
Facts.
Right? So imagine them without Darius Slay, them having to rely more on these younger cornerbacks and inexperienced corners and backups going up against DK Metcalf and JSN and Tyler Lockett. Those guys gave us issues, and we're a good defense.
Facts. We got way better corners than Philly, in my opinion.
It's not even close. I think we got the best it definitely wouldn't even be a argument because if Trayvon Diggs were here, we by far would have the best cornerback room in the league, and it's still one of the better ones because Stephon Gilmore probably deserves a Pro Bowl nod this year. DeRon Bland is going to make hits first. He leads all defensive backs in Pro Bowl voting. Even Jordan Lewis, at one point I was trying to push my boy off a cliff. Like he been playing fantastic football. Mm-hmm. So like if you just look at our corners, even our safeties. Like we got very good secondary, man, and they just don't really have that over there. That has been an issue for the Philadelphia Eagles, since week 1, really, because they were in a dogfight with the New England Patriots right out the gate.
True. So I'm really looking forward to this Seattle game. Like you said, they was probably finna get toasted and cooked without Darius Slay or with Darius Slay. It really wouldn't matter. So then they getting Geno back more than likely. So they in for a tough road. He expected to play. Yeah, so they in for it. So, hey, looking more and more like they was finna take that L. I was already expecting them to take an L anyway. But like you said, that brings those chances up even more. So, hey, we'll have to see how it go, man. But, I ain't sure. Was that a bird or a plane? What was it? Oh,
man.
It's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is, man. My bad. Shout out to everybody out here. Right. Some things to talk about, man. The topics of the day, and you already know Cam, the slam scam, Newton is still in the news, man. And we ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but he tried to clarify what he was saying, and it really still don't make sense to me. It's like he put his foot even more in his mouth. So we just finna listen to this, and then we got Michael Parsons' response on what he said too. So we just finna check it out and then give our thoughts.
Do it. When I think about ultimate elite game managers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, game changer and game manager is not something where I'm saying this person is not physically capable of making some great plays. I'm not saying that. Or I am not saying that they're not good players. There's really only 3 to potentially 5 game changers in the NFL right now.
Man, Cam look like he gonna do some black magic on your ass though. I'm kind of scared even having him on my screen. He look a little magical. Look like he was chilling with Harry Potter now. Why he got the cards in his hat though? That's what my concern is. Like why he got an ace of spades in his hat? I have no idea. Somebody put me on. Maybe I'm not into that kind of fashion. I don't know.
Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Chris Canty, I was listening to what he was having to say, and he used this as an analogy. A game changer is a truck. A game manager is a trailer. A truck pulls a team together and pulls and is the reason why this team is having success.
Sir, I don't think nobody even the Dak detractors, even the naysayers, the non-believers, they can't call Dak no gosh darn trailer these days. They just can't.
Got something to say. That's all I got to say. Trap.
How you feel about that comment so far, Hen? He talking about trailers and trucks. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me simplify this. This man, I want you to understand this. He said that Tom Brady, he said that Drew Brees, that Peyton Manning, he said that Dak Prescott were game managers. If you go to the tippy top of the NFL passing yards leader, Tom Brady at the top, 89,214 yards. Drew Brees is second, 80,358 yards. Peyton Manning is third, 71,940 yards. So the 3 most prolific passers in league history, you want me to believe that those guys are game managers. In between those people, I see 7 Super Bowl wins by Tom Brady. I see 1 Super Bowl win by Drew Brees. I see 2 Super Bowl wins by Peyton Manning. So so that's 10 Super Bowls between 3 dudes. 3 Super Bowls. I don't know how many thousand yards and hundreds of touchdowns. So the 3 best quarterbacks that I've seen with my own 2 eyes are game managers. That's how you know that his shit. Well, it was a horrible take.
Yeah.
It was a horrible take. Sometimes people say stuff and then they try to double down. They try to double down so badly, like they lose the plot. Like what the hell? When did Peyton Manning become a game manager when he was the system?
I was about to say
Right.
Peyton made his own game plan on the fly scene, like at the line of scrimmage. So like, it's just not making no sense, man. Like, and then you saying that Dak and Peyton them is trailers? Is you crazy? Like, it's making no sense, bro. And we know that right now, for sure, this year, it is no doubt that Mike McCarthy made Dak Prescott the forefront of this offense. He told you at the beginning of the year, this is Dak's offense. So this is what I want people that don't like Dak, that don't understand how much Dak brings to the table. You got to think about this. He put all the ownership and the blame on Dak earlier this year. He said, this is Dak offense. I just got a question for Cowboy Nation. How y'all feeling about that Dak offense?
Trap.
That's what I want to ask you.
Trap.
How y'all feeling about it? Because this is your quarterback's offense. He's manifested this Texas coast, and now it is sweeping the league by storm. So put some respect on your quarterback, man. It's crazy people like this that's trying to, get in the news, bro. Because he's seen how quick that other stuff caught fire. He like, man, let me say something else about it. Just keep our QB out your mouth, bro. Because we already know you trying to get some clicks over there, but it's all good.
A game manager
real quick,
is merely.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Most importantly, James Haven said his daddy ain't doing well, man. So we're gonna take a quick time to say, to ask God for healing and and protection over you and your family, man, as y'all go through this trial and time of sickness. I hate to hear that, but we here with you, James Havens. We got your back, my boy. And Ashton Howard, I understand the last year that Peyton Manning was in Denver. He was more of a game manager, but he was like 1,000 years old. We're not talking about like one outlier year when you're on the verge of retirement. We're talking about the complete body of work. You know what I'm saying? Like the complete body of work. He was no game manager. He was, even as a rookie, he was throwing all those picks because he was trying to do too damn much. He was the system even then. So that's all I wanted to say. Like there might be a year, 2 years where people, you can label them game managers, but when you talk about a career that stretched down there 20 years, or in Tom Brady's case, a year that stretched 23 years, majority of those years he was not no game manager.
Facts. And
man, this is his daughter. This is James' daughter. He loved y'all. He's in chemo and radiation. Oh man, I hate to hear that. Man. But James always been a good supporter of ours, man. So hey, we praise his daddy back to full recovery. He's a real good dude.
Yeah, prayers up for him, man. We gonna support him, keep him in our prayers, whatever we can do. Let us know if we can help at any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? We pray everything goes well for him and everything goes his way. But man, I hate to hear stuff like that. But let's get into the rest of this video right quick, man. Let's see. Boom.
A trailer that's attached to something to make it go. When I see a guy like Brock Purdy, yes, did he make hell of a throws? Yes. Is he making elite decisions? Yes. But he's putting it in guys like Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey. Like
Look, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, his case this ain't even my quarterback, but the case that he's talking about is just goofy all the way around. Like, these are the people that's on his team, Cam. like he talking about he putting the ball in their hands. Who else hands he gonna put it in, goddamn it? Like,
Trap.
Cam want them to go play with worse players. Then he gonna talk about. I'm gonna let him go and finish because I'm sick of him already.
That's the point. When you think about those teams, first thing I think about with the Cowboys is the defense. Is Dak Prescott playing lights out ball right now? Hell yeah. But the first.
I'm sorry. Hold up. I'm gonna let you finish.
Repeat that.
What the hell is wrong with this dude? You could tell me that he ain't been watching Cowboy football. These people just mention the Cowboys, bro, just for clicks and likes. I'm telling you right now. Ain't nowhere in hell Cam Newton been watching Dallas Cowboy football. If you talking about all you been hearing, all you think about is the defense. In this season, almost in general, like, what the hell is he talking about, man? This right here is the reason why we tell you that a lot of these people Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, me and him do thorough research on the Dallas Cowboys almost our whole life. That's all we do, mate, basically. Throughout the whole day, we are researching our team. We looking up information. We looking at stats, analytics throughout the whole day. That's all we do. So for somebody who don't even really put no time and effort into talking about your team, because that's obvious, you would not say nothing stupid like that, bro. You wouldn't say nothing stupid like that. Ain't no way in hell you gonna say that the Cowboy team is predicated about a defense right now. Ain't no way. The offense is top. The offense is the top at the league right now. The defense is not, sir. What is you talking about? The offense been putting up 30-plus points every game almost. Like, what are you talking about? So that right there alone lets me know that you're not equipped to talk about my team. You might be you was a good quarterback or whatever. You can talk about all them other teams, but when it comes to my team, I promise you, I have done more thorough research than you have. I'm sorry.
That's true. He said, she said, I just want y'all to know how much my dad loved watching Henny Landlord on West Coast. That is how I knew to come on here. He said, y'all are family, and he's family too.
He's family too.
You know, that's why we want him to make a full recovery, and just keep us updated on him too, please.
Please, we appreciate you too. But yeah,
he said on the Deer Drive and still tuned in. Hey, that's love right there. What's up, 434? But yeah, man, listen. And that is one thing though, man. Like, I listen, before he said anything, you know, I like Cam. You know what I'm saying? I had liked Cam Newton. You know, I know Landlord did because he played at Auburn. I know where this is going. Mm-hmm. But you know, like I had liked Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came on the scene. He was unapologetically black. You know, he was out there winning his way. And I had a bunch of love for him for that. But to sit here and to tear down quarterbacks, and really when you think about the people he described as game changers, they're all the same kind of player that he was. Really, even Aaron Rodgers, like he described quarterbacks that can run and throw on the run and things like that. Because I Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, even Patrick Mahomes, people be sleeping on his ability to extend plays and stuff. So
and Joe Burrow,
like everybody he described have a similar play style to him. You know what I mean? So like maybe it's just that he doesn't really understand what an elite pocket passer is.
One thing you gotta remember too, though, this the same dude that said the Bengals wouldn't be able to win without Joe Burrow. And what the Bengals been
right
doing,
now.
What the Bengals been doing, he described it. That was the first way he described it. He was like, well, if you take Dak Prescott off the Cowboys, they will still win. If you take such and such off of this, they'll still win. And then he tried to make a case to say that Tyreek Hill coming out. Like, bro, ain't no way in hell you gonna say a running back or a wide receiver should be a MVP candidate over a quarterback. It's just not right, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because they need somebody for their success. Like, the quarterback gotta get them the ball, and they gotta throw a catchable ball. So it's like it's way different. Like, just like a running back, he needs his offensive line. The quarterback needs his offensive line too, but not to throw the ball as much. We've seen Dak Prescott be on the run, be like, you know what I'm saying, in pressurized situations all the time, and still getting the ball to where it need to go. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the offensive line don't matter, but we've seen him play well outside of his offensive line. The Eagles game, he got sacked. Well, Seattle game, he got sacked 5 times and still was throwing the ball around and getting to where he needed to go. So, I don't know, man. It just makes no sense what he be saying. And, excuse me, I'm ready to get it out the way, but Micah Parsons said something about it too.
First thing I think about is the lights out defense. Baby.
Dak is a difference maker. I think Dak is showing his I think there needs to be a balance, right? There's a point in the game where you have the game under control and you need to learn how to manage a game. But I've seen at this point in time where we needed touchdowns and we didn't get stops, where we needed to be in position to win games, and our defense did step up. You can't consistently always be the difference maker, right? At some point in your time, you have to be a game changer. Like, you don't always have to be a game changer. you can personally be a game. There's nothing wrong with having a good team, and I think that's the problem in football and analysts, where we often take so much time into why a person's having success, and we try to like default them for that, right? Because when Dak didn't have Brandon Cooks and he didn't have MG was still coming back from his ACL injury, it was
shout out to James Haven, daughter and his estate over there for the $10 super chat. He says
He said it on our end too.
you said on your end, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said. He said my dad said send y'all a super chat. Beat the Bills.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate y'all over there. We really do. And shout out to Sports Guru 95 with the 199. He said Cam wanted to go viral, and it's obvious, man. It's obvious. These dudes have no integrity over there. But it's cool.
We're gonna beat. Hey, but we wait real quick about the Bills. We are going to beat the shit out of the Bills. You know, and we're gonna it will be in the under of Mr. Havens right there, because I feel real good about this matchup, man. We'll
Absolutely.
talk about it in a little bit though.
And they on turf too. That's something I ain't know either. It's outside,
didn't know they played on
but it's
turf?
on turf. Yeah. So
Yeah, but it's supposed to be light rain though.
yeah. I love it. I like my chances way better now too. But let's continue.
Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb's hands. MG's getting back in the picture. Jake Ferguson. Now he's just a manager. It's like you really can't choose, right? It's like we'll defend a guy if they don't have weapons, if they don't have the offensive line, right? And we've seen that. We've seen that at Burrow. The year he went to the Super Bowl, his offensive line wasn't very good, and he had to be a difference maker. He had to be a game changer, extend plays, right? He had to do a lot, but he had the weapons, right? So we can't always fault, right? No one's ever going to have the perfect O-line, the perfect receiver, the perfect defense. I remember Dak when during his first couple of years when the offense was loaded, right? And they had all the weapons, but they didn't have a defense. Dallas really wasn't known for defense. And no one talked about was Dak a game changer or a difference maker? It was the Cowboys didn't have defense. They were putting up 30-plus points. Dak had over 4,500, 4,600 yards, but people weren't talking about the Cowboys' defense then.
Facts.
You know, so I don't think that's a fair judgment, right? If I think, and it's painful. It's painful because we try to critique what's fine, right? Just let people play ball. I think people forget at the end of the day, it's about winning, right? It's about winning.
Hey,
when
shout out to Blake Hart for the $5 cash app. Thank you for the love, my guy. And
Same
hey, everybody that's
as well, man. We appreciate you.
Indeed, and hey, I did not get a chance to do a final show yesterday, so I'm still gonna accept raffle entries for today, and I'll do the raffle drawing first thing in the morning. So if you want a chance to win the Cowboy versus Lions ticket, just hit the cash app or the super chats.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all get your entries in and support. We appreciate y'all.
He was winning. He had a good defense. Cam went to the Super Bowl. He had Luke Kuechly.
I love that point he made.
Trap.
No, he ain't lying about that.
He trying to act like he ain't had no defense. He said he had Luke Kuechly. We know how good Luke Kuechly and them was. They defense was gangster, bro. But he up here talking like, Cam, don't take over games. Like, bro, we already know it went just like you trying to make it out to be, bro. Like, come on now. Relax.
Hey, man, Luke Kuechly terrorized Tony Romo that one game. Now I know he a monster.
He did.
Cole said he got his ticket. Salute, man. Hey, make sure you go and represent, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, man, I love that point he made because, like, they just nitpick and make stuff up to fit the narrative that they trying to push. Did you forget you had a great run game? Did you forget you had Steve Smith? And he had somebody else over there too, them wide receivers, man. He had 2 running backs. Like
he didn't have Steve Smith the Super Bowl run year, but he ended up with Steve Smith and DJ Moore.
Yeah, he had DJ Moore over there. He had some
Christian
more
McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. He had players over there. So I don't know why he trying to act like he didn't. He had a tight end too, didn't he?
Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen was balling back then. So
Kelvin Benjamin.
I just don't understand why he trying to act. He trying to nitpick, and he must have forgot we seen your career too, Mr. Cam.
Trap.
What is you trying?
Trap.
Cam forgot he was playing football on TV, didn't he?
He had Thomas Davis. Let's not forget the defense that Cam had at that time. The year they went to the Super Bowl, they had that, right? So what can we talk about here? I don't think that you can look for a team and say, and to be fair, right? Kansas City wasn't always, a defensive team. They're starting to become more of a defensive team now, right? And we can say Patrick Mahomes carried a lot of that weight, right? But Patrick Mahomes had a pretty good offensive line last year. You know, you got Creed Humphrey, you got Tyler, you had Orlando Brown. He was a Pro Bowler, and he did have to make a lot of throws and a lot of risk. But he had Kelsey, but he never really had a receiver once Tyreek Hill left.
Facts. Shout out to Charlie John with the super sticker, the dollar super sticker. We appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you.
But outside of him, who else can we really say that, right? Before, I don't want to critique too many people, but it's just not a fair judgment. You're not always going to have everything, right? Whose game, Dak Prescott?
Yeah, so I just like the case he made for his quarterback. I think Michael Parsons represented and brought up some interesting points, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we're going to get into some of the stuff that we're going to play this. I know it's kind of getting into the video, but we're going to let them talk about Dak as an MVP. Then we got some other
3,500 yards, 28
Hey, give me 1 second real quick.
Okay.
I got a question I want to answer from James Heaven's daughter. She asked, Henny, my dad wants me to ask you, do you think Dallas will win out? Yes, we got a very good opportunity to win out, just based on the matchup. When you talk about the Bills, they're a high zone defense team. Dak Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL against zone. You talk about the Miami Dolphins. They just lost their starting center, Connor Williams, former Dallas Cowboy. So they got some issues up front protecting Tua. So I know he has weapons, but you can't throw the ball on your back. And then the Detroit Lions, their defense is awful. Dak Prescott has never lost to the Detroit Lions. And then we'll talk about the Commanders. We already beat them boys. So we got a very good opportunity to win out. My confidence in that is like a 99.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like we should win out. If we play the caliber of football we supposed to play, then absolutely. And I feel like we will. I feel like this team is just focused, man. Our focus is on another level these days. I just feel like, Dak is riding this ship. Mike McCarthy, everybody's rallying behind the people that they need to rally behind. Mike McCarthy done re-energized this team. So I'm telling y'all, man, this year feel and look different to me. Excuse me. I know we say that all the time. I know some people feel like we say that all the time, but I promise y'all, I just feel it, man. It feels different this year. It feels, I think the best word I can say for it, man, it feels responsible this year, Hen. It feels responsible. Because, when we had Kellen Moore, it felt like, we was doing wild things like, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. And then it's
look, bro, no hands.
Yeah, then the next thing you know, you like, well, why we couldn't be successful in this practical situation? You know what I'm saying? This normal situation. Now we looking at it like, wow, you can see, boom, we supposed to been did something right here and we actually do it. You'll see us a normal situation that we should be successful in. Now you'll see Mike McCarthy calling normal plays to get it done. So I feel like this run right here is more responsible. It feels more sustainable to me. But shout out to Charlie Jones with the $5 super. He's with the super sticker. I appreciate you. And then L'Oreal Blizzard on your end.
Yeah, that was the one I was finna read. He said, "Let's stay focused. Dallas strength. That brotherhood was in tighter." Even tighter. Okay, brotherhood even tighter. Hey, thank you for the love, L'Oreal Blizzard. Appreciate and hey, shout out to West Coast, man. He said good morning, man, up here in the chat box.
Shout out to West Coast Cowboys. Trap. But let's get through this.
At a very elite level. Outside of stats, what makes Dak an MVP candidate? I would say outside of stats, Dak is a very good person, and I think he's a person that makes everyone around him better. I mean, I don't think he's just an MVP on game day. His whole process leading up to the games is MVP caliber. What he puts into the game is second to none. Always the first one in the building. Always the last one leaving the building. Watching film. You know, even when I get there a little early, I see his car right there next to the coach's car. You know,
man, Dak all day, every day. I love it, man.
And then his energy at practice, making sure people running the routes right, putting the energy out, never having a bad day. You never know if something's going on with Dak because his mentality and what he brings to the game. So there's no doubt why when people ask me in week 9 why I thought Dak was going to be an MVP candidate, I've seen the work. I've seen what he's putting in, and it's so exciting. I wish you guys could witness it. And the gear he's putting together, we're going to be looking at one of the richest men in America for sure.
Man.
Trap.
Man, one of the richest men in America. And let's get into some of these points we had. Most consecutive games, home games with 30-plus points to start a season. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys with 7. That's over a gangster Bucks team. And is that the MVP? I mean, is that the undefeated season with the Pats? Let me see. What season they went undefeated?
Yeah.
That's the undefeated season?
It's the undefeated season.
We got some good people, man.
We got one team that lost. We got one team that won in a very in a very convincing fashion. And then you got us, man. We got us that got,
and we got even more. We got even more. So, hey, man, your team is off to a legendary, historic run, man. So, hey, put some respect on your boys, man. Put some respect on your boys. I just thought that was interesting because these some legendary teams right here. You want to take this one?
Yeah. So it says, according to Brandon Laurie, Micah Parsons is 1 sack away from 40 career sacks. If he gets one in Buffalo, he will become the 5th player since 1982 to record 40 or more sacks in their first 3 seasons. And the other people were Reggie White, Derek Thomas, Alden Smith, Dwight Freeney. We all know the only person on here that's not that's not in the Hall of Fame already or a future Hall of Famer is Alden Smith, and we know that because he had some shit going on off the field that kept him out the field for a very long time.
So, Mr. Henry DeMoore, can I ask you a question? Does that make Micah Parsons this right here?
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I think it's safe to say that he's him. And we know Alden Smith, he had some things, mental things going on. So, I mean, we still knew what caliber of player he was. So, you know, it's just some unfortunate circumstance, the reason why he didn't get to the level that he should have got to. He got took away from the game a couple of years too, right? He got suspended or stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Yep. It was just messing him up. But we already understand the trajectory Alden Smith was going on, and we actually brought him in to be a Cowboy for a minute. So we know he was a great player, but he just had some stuff that kept him back. But, yeah, everybody else is straight dogs. Dwight Freeney was one of my favorite players watching with Peyton Manning and them and stuff, man. With that spin, he was just legendary with that. Like, you was finna get sacked. When he hit that spin, he's getting around you. Then Derek Thomas, you know, he was a monster. And everybody know the great Reggie White. Like, he arguably probably the best other than LT. But, you know what I'm saying? They put Reggie White up there with the greatest of the great. So, he's off to a great start. He got some great company, of course. So, I love it. But according to PFF, on 15-plus yard throws, touchdown passes, Dak Prescott has the most, Brock Purdy second, Tua third, and Russell Wilson fourth. Look at your boy, Dak Prescott leading the way in several categories.
Trap.
Don't that sound like the MVP to you? You know what I'm saying? Would you listen to numbers or somebody who look like he do magical spells in his spare time? somebody.
Now
look
hold
like
on
Black
now.
Magic. Which one would you listen?
I'm not gonna let you diss the Magic, man. Somebody be messed around, put a root on. You better calm down. And and secondly, man, that also sounds like an offensive coordinator that is playing to the strengths of his quarterback. Because listen, Dak Prescott, if you looked at his career, he's always been good at downfield passes. It was always like, damn, like he was so good at downfield passes, we just never called him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike McCarthy, listen, this not even directly correlating to a West Coast offense, and he's still dialing up shot plays for Dak Prescott. You know, he's adding in more double posts and more. And listen, like there's so many times the Dallas Cowboys out here running 4 verticals. Like they running 4 verticals at a high rate, man, because Dak Prescott loves the opportunity to take seam shots.
Did you hear CeeDee Lamb after the Eagles game when he was on the interview with NBC? They asked him, they was like, "What's the biggest difference with Mike McCarthy calling these plays?" And he said, "Vertical routes." That was the first thing came out his mouth.
Trap.
That was the first thing came out his mouth. So you right about that,
man. Listen. And just hear me out. You went and got Brandon Cooks to stretch the field. You're letting him do that now. You're right. We love Ferg and his athleticism, so you're letting him attack the seams. CeeDee Lamb can do everything. Like he can line up more than that than just in the slot. He can go outside, right? So you're allowing CeeDee Lamb to run a multitude of different routes. So like everything is clicking right now. They're using motion. They're getting guys downfield. They're running pick routes. They're utilizing screen passes again. Like I don't even like this is. I don't even know. I'm speechless, man. I'm so happy with the shit they doing. Like I can't get that shit out because I've been. Listen. This is like we made a laundry list of all the things we want to kill them more to do these last couple of years. All that stuff would have been on it.
Hey. And then look, it started off a little crazy. We seen like glimpses of what we wanted in the beginning of the year, even though the offense wasn't like off to this historic start or run that they on now. We still seen Mike McCarthy utilize Turpin early in the year. We was like, okay, that looks good to me. Like we've been asking for Turpin, bro. Like, so when you look at it, I think that's a prime example of an OC knowing how to use his guys and knowing how to feature his talent, opposed to a guy who's just trying to make this magical system. And I just got a question for you, Mr. ACM. I got one question for you. How that Kellen Moore system doing right now?
Not too good. Not too good at all, man. Because listen, like everybody over there that got fired, the GM, the head coach. Now listen, what's crazy is Kellen Moore said that Kellen Moore turned down the interim head coaching job. He said he didn't want to ruin his opportunity to get a head coaching job. My guy, you were already an offensive coordinator for 30 plus years. Not really, but you were offensive coordinator all this time over here in Dallas, and you went to the same position somewhere else. You're not a head coach right now because nobody wants you as a head coach.
Good grief, Hen. Just tell them how you really feel then. Tell them how you really feel.
I did. I did. Cause
I know.
Kellen Moore, like, and listen, I know people gonna try and say like, man, it's the personnel, it's the this, it's the that. I seen Kyle Shanahan take Mr. Irrelevant and have him playing right now. He's one of the MVP favorites, right? I don't care about the personnel around you because you still got Keenan Allen, right? I know Mike Williams went down, but you invested a first round pick in Quentin Johnson out of TCU. You got tight ends. You got Austin Eckler, who's one of the best receiving backs in the National Football League. So he has weapons, and he's supposed to have a better quarterback, right? That's what they told me when he left. That Justin Herbert was an upgrade over Dak Prescott. That he was going to go get a real quarterback. That he was going to set the league on fire, and all this other bullshit they were talking about. Yep. And they still out there running 4 curl routes and a couple option routes. that was going on, man. So I tell you what. For all the folks that were fighting us, talk about we were crazy, talk about Kellen Moore was an issue. Y'all just up here blindly looking at numbers. Like, yeah, the numbers good. He dropped 60 on Washington, but when Kansas City and then ran around, this man couldn't get to 10. So I tell you what, man, For everybody that said we were crazy for saying that about Kellen Moore, just know we were on the wrong side of history. You need to stay your ass up over there.
If the South got something to say, that's all I got to say.
Tell them.
Trap,
Good grief.
trap, trap, trap.
That boy ACM on fire today, bro. I love it. Hey, they need to hear this though. You know what I'm saying? I know it took a bold statement. It took somebody who gonna stand on business to even take a shot at somebody who was at the top of the league at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got respect for people who go on what they stand on and actually say what they mean. Kellen Moore was doing good, y'all. He was doing good in Dallas. But we understood that it wasn't sustainable. We understood that it had too many flaws to be able to get us to where we need to go. It don't matter how flashy it look. It don't matter how exciting it look. You remember them people were saying, oh, Mike McCarthy football ain't going to be as exciting. We ain't going to be putting up 20, 30 points. Well, where those people at right now?
Trap, 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 trap.
Man,
I told you in the beginning of the year that we weren't going to be running the football like that. I know Mike McCarthy. This is how he operates. He's going to let the quarterback be a quarterback. He's going to give that the keys. Here you go. Now go ahead and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did to Dak Prescott. So, and I knew when I heard this in the offseason, he said, Dak, this finna be Dak offense. When I heard that, I said, that's the best thing for this team. Dak is the caliber of quarterback who can operate like that, bro. So what we been waiting on to begin with? What we been waiting on? That we just been depending upon somebody else's scheme, and I feel like that was a tremendous mistake by the front office. Now they realize. Now you hear Jerry Jones talking about, I don't care how much money we got to pay Dak Prescott.
Trap, 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 trap.
That's the beauty of it.
Two things real quick, because I'm gonna read this from Mr. Haven's daughter. Said my dad said he thinks the Cowboys win 34-17, and we hope he is around to see the 49ers in Dallas play in NFC Championship game and watch the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. So he'll be here, man. We finna handle business this year. Dallas Cowboys, and listen, that's not a bad score when you're talking about the Buffalo Bills, because I understand that Josh Allen has scored a lot of touchdowns, but they didn't score a lot of points in some of these games. They only scored 20. This last game, when they lost to the Denver Broncos, they got held to 22. Right, so it's not like this, like the New York Giants, right, held them to 14. So it's not like this. This is a consistent offense. That's one of the reasons why they're only one game over 100. It's not like they're guaranteed to go out here and score points. There been times that they look bad, right? Like Stephon Diggs was not on the sideline cussing Josh Allen out for no apparent reason. Like, there was a reason behind that shit. Yeah. So I feel confident in that score. But to piggyback on what you were saying initially about Mike McCarthy, we did too much research to not have felt good about Mike McCarthy. Because when you go back and you look at what he did in Green Bay, like he had a decade of top 10 scoring offenses in Green Bay. With some of those years, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers got hurt, so it could have been more. And another thing I said about him, that man is going to throw to the wide receivers until he's sure about his tight ends. And guess what? The moment that Jake Ferguson came on, that's when Jake Ferguson started getting targets. But before then, we were talking about, damn, our tight ends ain't nowhere to be found. We should have kept Dalton Jones. That was the rhetoric, because our tight ends wasn't really doing nothing at the beginning of the season. They were dropping passes in the end zone. They weren't playing very, very confidently. But now that Jake Ferguson is Jake Ferguson, he's an integral part of the offense. And I said that because you can go back and you look at a track record. Because at the end of the day, a damn tiger does not change his stripes, man. Because when he had old boy, what was dude's name? The tight end he had in Green Bay that was super hard.
Michael Finley.
I think that's his name. When he had him, right, that man was putting up numbers. He was getting targets and everything. And Michael Finley had an injury history. So when Michael Finley had to miss, man, tight ends didn't do shit. But the wide receivers, he had damn near 3 wide receivers, like 800, 700 yards.
Man, Michael bad man. Like you said, what's the best indicator of the future is looking at the history. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy history was untouched. Like, You know what I'm saying? You can't talk bad about Mike, bro. I told you, it's just a little media thing that make people feel bad about Mike McCarthy. But if you actually look at what he's done, you must put respect on Mike McCarthy. But let's see. I think we got a couple of more things we got to talk about on here. And then, yeah, the injury report. You want to go over this injury report, Mr. ACM?
Yes, I do. Let's get it. All right, so we'll start with the ops. So Josh Allen is a full participant. Care Elam, I don't know how you pronounce that man's name, former first round pick. He's questionable with an ankle injury, even though he was a full participant. Odds are he'll be, he'll play. He's been a full participant all week. We already know that AJ Epinesa is going to be ruled out. He will not play. He's one of their starting defensive ends. Listen, Leonard Floyd is their leading sacker, but they do pass rusher by committee. Right, so like he's a guy that got 4.5 sacks. He had an interception on a ricochet on a ball that he batted up. He's known for getting his hand in passing lanes. He's not going to play. Micah Hyde, safety. We know Micah Hyde is a dog. Like we've been hearing about Micah Hyde for years, and Micah Hyde, is a guy that shows up for these kind of games, man. Micah Hyde is a very good football player. But he is going to also be out. If I'm not mistaken, he has a neck stinger, 2-time All-Pro, and he's somebody that is familiar with Mike McCarthy. He started his career in Green Bay, so Mike McCarthy knows him very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, last but not least, somebody that is questionable, Justin Shorter. I said not last but not least, but he don't really play like that. But he's questionable.
You said something about Don Kincaid already.
I ain't saying anything about Don Kincaid.
They got him limited every day. That's the rookie tight end out of, I can't remember what college he came from. But
they didn't give him an injury. They didn't give him a game status designation.
Yeah, but it's peculiar because a rookie being limited 3 days in a row. That to me that might mean that he's questionable as well. So we'll have to look and see. They ain't gonna get no rookie on them rest days and stuff like that. Like, bro, you better get your ass out.
I'm pretty sure because he's been dealing with an injury most of the season, but he hasn't stopped him yet.
Okay, let's go over to the good guys.
Yeah, the heroes in the story. Brandon Cooks got that shit from Micah Parsons. He's expected to play, so he's gonna have to drink some orange juice. Pop a perk, he's gonna have to do something, but he's expected to play. Same thing with my boy Stephon Gilmore. He got that issue from Micah Parsons. You get too close to people, they were not practicing social distancing anymore. So my boy came down with that illness. They talk about Rico Dow ankle. Rico Dow ankle is just like Uncle Elroy's back. Like that bitch ain't gonna get better apparently. So
what that boy said with it back, Mister. Oh goddamn! Hey, it was over with after that. My bad, man.
It's a wrap. He had to lay there. But we all knew that Jonathan Hankins would not be playing. He was already ruled out. We got some questions behind Malik Hooker. He is questionable right now with an ankle injury that he suffered in the last game. Micah Parsons, he's good to go. He had fully recovered from the package. I'm not sure what the hell they got floating around in the Dallas Cowboys locker room, but he fully recovered from it. Jalen Tolbert has not, though. He also caught that shit, and he will have to drink some Benadryl or he had to make himself a hot toddy. I know he's from the country, so he probably can make him a hot toddy and be good to go by game time. That shit cures everything but cancer. So them bitches strong, dog. Like,
hey, you put me on.
Yeah, man. Like hot toddies is the truth.
Yes, sir. And then Matt Valesco making an appearance.
What? He's questionable, just like his NFL career. He's questionable.
Yes, sir. So I think we got a good little grasp on what's going on for this game. Hey, most of our players, we probably one of the more healthiest teams in the league right now. It's just a little sickness, little cold going around in the building. But other than that, you know, I love my chances right now in week 15, and this my injury report right here. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But Mr. Josh Owen on Twitter says the Bills used 2 high shells at the 3rd highest rate in the league, but luckily the Dallas Cowboys, Dak has proven to be very efficient against 2 high defenses this season, ranking 6th in PFL passing grade, 7th in big time throw rate, minimum 50 dropbacks. So Dak usually tears up this this defense right now in the league, and that used to be the Dak Prescott what it was, blueprint, right? Drop 7 back there and play coverage. But Dak done got that, huh?
Dak done got everything at this point. Because listen, he's a veteran quarterback at this point. He's seen everything. He's seen cover 2. He's seen cover 4. He's seen bastard coverages where it's a mixture of man and zone in different parts. And Nick Reich said gin, fresh lemon, peppermint. We actually usually use whiskey. We usually use whiskey, but you're right about everything else. Lemon, peppermint, bring that shit to a boil. Tea, yeah. So it's a game changer. It's a game changer.
Yes, sir.
He
That's
said,
that hot toddy recipe. If y'all was wondering what they talking about.
Yeah, that's the hot toddy recipe. He said, my dad was telling me about the Super Bowl between Buffalo and Dallas. Dallas won 52-17. My dad said, you look, they had the same exact stats on defense this year as they had that year. Then, hell, let's have a repeat. Let's have a repeat.
Let's do it. And, hey, the AFC wide open. Like, this could be, I don't see nobody talking about it, but this could be a Super Bowl preview or something. It could be.
Man, come down.
It could be.
It won't, because we're going to win. So if we win, we knock Buffalo out of it.
Well,
Buffalo,
they wouldn't be able to play the play. They wouldn't be able to go to the playoff at all.
They're the 11th seed. Ugh. They gotta win out and then get help.
Okay, I know they were 7-6, but I didn't know it was that dire for them. So they back against the wall there.
Matter of fact, let me go pull this up. I know I can screen share this playoff, NFL playoff picture, and I'm finna show you just how effed up they are right now. Cause they're screwed. All right, so this is ALC. Let me screen share this real quick. Let me go to this right here. I'm gonna share the screen if that's okay with landlord.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I do it right. Okay, hold on. Oh no, let me see. I ain't did this in a while, so forgive me.
You good.
1 second, y'all. Forgive me. Let me see. There we go.
All right, you can see it.
Yeah, it got us over it for some reason, but I got that. Go ahead.
Okay. What the hell? All right, but anyway, all right, here. All right, we're good now. All right, so as you see, the Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. You got the Dolphins who are in their division, the Chiefs, the Jaguars, the Browns, the Steelers, the Colts, right? They're all 7-6. All of them are 7-6. Texans are 7-6. Broncos are 7-6. Bengals are 7-6. Then the Bills, right? So that means that even if they all were to end 10-6, if they were to end, let me see, there's 4 games left for us, or how many games they got left?
I'm not sure.
I think they might have 4. Yeah, it'll be 11-6. So even if they end up 11-6, right? They got to win out because the Bengals got an easier schedule. The Texans got an easier schedule. The Colts, they're the 11th seed due to tiebreakers. So they need to win more games than they possibly can. Then there's not enough time left for them to make up all those L's they done took earlier in the season. Because listen, they can't get in ahead of the Broncos because the Broncos beat them head to head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna be in trouble. trouble. Yeah.
Right. I think they lost to the Bengals too. Am I not mistaken? Did they not lose to the Bengals?
I believe they did.
So they already got head-to-head losses against the Bengals, and they got head-to-head losses against the Broncos. And then, of course, I think they don't have the tiebreaker against the Texans either. That's why they're so low. So everybody and their mama got tiebreakers over the damn Buffalo Bills right now.
Well, yeah, if it was like we said, if it's the indication that if the Cowboys beat them and they ain't going, then hey, goddamn it, they ain't going. Then my bad. They screwed. But I gotta build this plane real quick. Y'all forgive me. He ain't threw me with that curveball, and now I gotta figure this out real quick. Let me see.
Go ahead, build the plan. I'm gonna talk to JJ. He said, so HTM. No, I don't have no. You are the only nigga that be having weird feelings about these games, JJ. You was the only one. You was the only one, my boy. Because listen, I don't have no weird feeling because the Dallas Cowboys are a better team. Like this team damn near lost to the New York Giants. This team was in a dogfight against the Philadelphia Eagles, who we beat by 20 points and really could have beat them by more. Right? Like this team, like on paper, is good. They got this good quarterback, but the good quarterback turns the football over. Like they got this defense that on paper is a good defense, but they're missing everybody. They're missing their starting middle linebacker. They're missing their best cornerback. They're going to be missing a starting safety. They're missing a defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Like they're missing everybody, and they play a brand of defense that's soft. They out here trying to run two safeties. Tony Pollard gonna get off. Everybody, they mama can run the football on this team. They're the 19th ranked run defense. So it would be different if it was a Dak Prescott game and the fate of the world was on his shoulders, and this guy is I feel good. I feel good about our matchup. I'm not scared of nobody. Like them boys ain't scared. Like any given Sunday, any given day, I could wake up dead, and this shit ain't gonna matter. So I ain't concerned. Any given Sunday, yes, we respect our opponent, but we do too much research. We do too much, film study, too much analytical breakdown to be scared of a 7-16. You just beat the best team in the NFL. You just beat the team with the best record in the NFL. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills. I understand. Like, it's the allure, it's the history, it's the Josh Allen effect, because he's supposed to be quarterback Jesus in cleats. You know what I'm saying? But man, I feel confident in my team, man. Like your quarterback is the one playing better than Josh Allen right now. Your defense is playing better than the Buffalo Bills right now. Your wide receiver is better than Stephon Diggs right now. So the question should not be.
My bad. Go ahead.
Salute to Stargazer, and also salute to my boy, the Original People, for the $4 super chat. I mean, Cash App, man. Thank you for the love. I get it.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
I do get it. Any given Sunday, but every Sunday you go out there, you got the best quarterback in the National Football League right now. Every quarterback this entire year, you have had the best quarterback in the National Football League. You have the best wide receiver in the National Football League. You got one of the best pass rushers. So I feel confident every time I line up if it's not equal talent, and they are not as equally talented as the Dallas Cowboys. Like I'd be worried about this game. We had Kellen Moore. I would. If we had Kellen Moore, I'd be worried about it. But we ain't got that boy. We got Mike McCarthy, who's a man.
What
we
I
got Mike
just
McCarthy,
told you,
who actually know how to call plays, man.
It feel more responsible, don't it? I said this. We feel like more of a responsible team. Like the things that we supposed to do. That's what I mean by responsible. I think that's the best analogy for it. The things that we supposed to do, we do it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you responsible. That's what you do. The things that we supposed to do when we had Kellen, it was a toss up. Like we supposed to get this 3rd and 3. But with Kellen, ain't no telling. He might throw a bomb, and then now we don't get it at all. Like, that's just crazy. Listen, y'all, we are way more responsible. We are way more, what can I say, sustainable and consistent in what we putting out there on the field. Kellen Moore had, you might even be able to argue and say we had a little higher high sometimes. But the problem is we wasn't consistent. Mike McCarthy is giving you a consistent product on the field 90+% of the time, and that right there equates to winning football all the time, all day long. That's what it does. If you want to be a winner, that's how you do it. Consistency.
Man, you ain't lied about that, my boy. You ain't told no lie. You ain't told no lie.
Absolutely, man. But it is time for some football, man. We appreciate all the love and support from everybody. We're going to let y'all get into y'all, your parlays and your looking at the little scores and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. Shout out to D Swift at the buzzer with the 199. He says some of them teams got a hope for any given Sunday. DC4L. We're not afraid of these guys, man. Listen, I know it's been kind of iffy. You know what I'm saying? We're not used to being, consistent. That's all it is. We're not used to being consistent. We used to having this roller coaster leadership. Now we got a real hierarchy in Cowboy Nation. Mike McCarthy ain't got to ask Kellen Moore to do a play. You know what I'm saying? Like they tried to have my boy Big Mike like that of old. What's wrong with him? Mike ain't got to go through all this foolishness no more. Now he able to just say, hey, my quarterback throwing the ball a little high. Let's get him in rhythm. Let's throw a little screen pass. Let's do this. Let's do that. I love it, y'all. And now it's finally working to our advantage. And I love it, man. We finally, all this, I almost cursed. All this complaining and whining we've been doing for the last year about Kellen Moore, it paid off. Y'all should be thanking us right now.
Trap.
Look, we've been complaining about Kellen and whining for years. I know some people get tired of it, but this is the result. We was trying to get our team to the best level to win, y'all. Now we see what the difference is from having an experience, somebody that got stripes on their belt, compared to a dude who's learning on the fly. Now you got a responsible, consistent football team that's gonna do big time stuff in the playoffs. That's right there. This right here finna show you. This game right here, the Cowboys gonna come out here consistent and beat the Buffalo Bills. This gonna be the most playoff-ish game we'll play of the year, I feel like. Real talk. But let me give some shout out to the people who supported Miss Lisa with the $5 super. She says facts with flame emojis. I appreciate you. And then Mr. Sugar Daddy Williams, them members in the building, he says checking Josh Allen off the list. Next victim. Hey, y'all know that meme with the Grim Reaper going door to door with you know what I'm saying? Going door to door down with blood coming out the door. Yeah. The Bills the next up. They next up. But man, Mr. ATM, you got anything else you want to say to the good people, man, before we ride this thing on out?
Yeah, man. Hey, real quick, what's up with you, Freddie Morales? I see you in the building. Said what's up to us. 915 El Chuca in the house. What's good? And man, listen, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go out here, and we're going to be, we're going to go out there and handle business, man. I know the weather ain't going to be perfect, but we already had a bad weather game this year, man. So we're prepared. We're prepared for that. We went out there and we beat a team 40-0 in a similar circumstance. Yeah. Right, we went out there and beat the Giants 40-0 in the rain, and it always gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good. They tears gonna blend in with the rain. You won't even be able to see them cry on national television, man. So they'll be all right.
Hold on, JJ the Man had a good question. Wait a minute, he had a good question. He says, "How much you paying Dak if he win the MVP?" Mr. JJ the Man, I want you to know this. Look, wait a minute. I want you to look at me in my eyes. I do not care, sir.
Trap.
Listen, if Dak win the MVP, man, that means my team got the number 1 seed in the NFC. I'm telling you right now what Dak got to do to win the MVP. Because it does have a correlation. It's not going to just be, Dak played well and the Cowboys not doing well. That's not what's going to happen, y'all. What's going to happen is Dak is going to have to keep winning and beating these big teams, and that right there is going to be a direct effect of us having the number 1 seed. So if we get the number 1 seed, sir, the way your team playing at home, averaging almost 30, 40-plus points, sir, listen here. I don't give a damn what Dak make at I don't care. You heard what your owner said. Your owner said the same thing. Jerry Jones is seeing the light. He see what he should have been doing. The only thing that pisses me off about this whole situation is we took so long to get here. That's what frustrates me the most. We took so long to get here, man. Just imagine this offense in year 4 under Mike McCarthy, man. We probably would have had a Super Bowl already. Dak Prescott probably have an MVP already. This is what's frustrating, man. Listen, if Dak wins this MVP, I'm already feeling bullish on him because it looks like he will. But if Dak wins this MVP, which means that the Dallas Cowboys will be the #1 team in the NFC, I just say he's him Jones, and I'm good.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not
I don't care
them.
nothing about
I'm
it.
him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
But Mr. HTM Sports, do you got anything else you want to say to the people? Let them know where to find you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer Cuz's question too. You know,
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, man, Dak Prescott gets a blank check if he wins MVP because ain't nobody else in franchise history as a quarterback ever won MVP. Not Troy Aikman, not Tony Romo, not Roger the Dodger. You know, none of them quarterbacks in our illustrious history. They all were great quarterbacks. None of them won MVP. So if Dak does it, you know, he's probably already a lock for a Pro Bowl. He'll probably make an All-Pro team as well to correlate with that. And you know, the way I'm feeling, we'll probably win a Super Bowl. Because listen, the way Dak is playing, the way this defense is playing, like we should be favored no matter what the hell happens. So Dak Prescott is going to get every penny he deserves. I don't know what the figure is, but he'll get the contract that he deserves. And you know, it is what it is. Because listen, I don't be caring one way or the other. Because at the end of the day, it ain't my money. You know what I'm saying? I love spending other people's money. I be mad at Jerry Jones for doing some shit I know he can't afford. But you know what? I don't give a damn. You know why? I'm just trying to win games and talk shit when I go to work.
Facts. And I like the fact that we are underdogs in this game too. I forgot to bring that up. I love the fact that we underdogs because it keep us on our toes to me. Like, Dak is not letting up. I already see it in Dak's eyes. Like, Dak already said, I ain't did shit. I done been here before. He done had this kind of praise before. And he know if he don't finish well, it don't matter. It don't matter at all. So Dak has been there. He's done that. He's been the talk of the town, the talk of the league before. Not to this capacity, but he do realize that he got to finish. And he hears what people saying. That's why he made his response with the crap on your video. And now he's going out here playing football. You hear him talking to his people on the sidelines. All of this stuff right here is a direct response to all of the criticism, the naysayers, and the non-believers throughout the years. And now Dak is showing you exactly what time it is on that field. I love it. Shout out to Los Altos with the $2 super. He says, if Dak wins MVP, I see him not getting greedy. Hey, I don't really care at the end of the day. Like I'm telling you, I don't care how much money he gets. Because Dak is that kind of a good guy. But, like, I really wouldn't care. I literally wouldn't care how much money he asked for or he get. He says, shout out to James Haven. He says, my dad got Henny, landlord in West Coast, a T-shirt that says, here we go.
Here we go.
And wants to know how can we send it to y'all. Hey, that's what's up, man. We appreciate them. You want to...
For me, inbox me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Henny the More. I'm putting it in the chat box. I just put it. It's Henny the More. It inbox me so I know it's you, and I'll send you my address. You can mail it. And landlord, just reach out and let them know how you want to be contacted.
Sign to me. You can reach me on Instagram or either X, landlord from Alabama, with the same handle on our social media, man. And we can get that information out there to you. We appreciate it. Tell your pops we rooting for him. We know he gonna battle and get through this, and we appreciate him, man. But you already know. Did you say where you were gonna be at, and you told the people where you at and where to find you, right?
Man, I'm be in the liquor store before you know. But truth be told, man, I'll be live tomorrow because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to probably go live again sometime tonight. I'll be live probably about 5:00. Do one last show to touch on things and give everybody else opportunities to get raffle entries in. And then, after that, I'll be live Sunday morning before the games kick off to announce the winner of the Cowboys versus Lions tickets raffle.
Absolutely, man. And You already know I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. And you know why them haters hate on us, because why, Hen? Because we are the greatest. That's why, man. They don't know nothing about that. Shout out to all the people that's rocking.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the love and support.
Put my
Yes, sir.
money
Hit that like and share
in
on
my
both
hand.
channels, man. If
Yeah.
you know, let's go.
And this is greatness defined. Every
the
line is
greatest.
divine. Verses boggle your mind.
Shout
And
out
every
to
song, man, I
everybody
swear,
rocking,
just
man.
get
We
better with
appreciate
time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let
Go
these
Cowboys,
play me. They
man.
see us ballin', now they
10-3.
wanna switch teams like KD. I know my
go.
time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So
Shout out to the
bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the dollars till you make it. Show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the great young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy it, that's what the fans want it. The hot topic, you try to cop it, it's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me
Anytime, my
like a
boy.
prophet. Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar
yeah,
to
yeah,
an
yeah.
animal.
We'll do it
These
more
niggas ain't half
often,
as
man.
cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. These should know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me. I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the doubters see you make it, and show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success. But nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.